What's up, guys? It's Shawn Myszka, the Movement Miyagi. And for those of you who haven't been here before, I help high level American football players solve more movement problems on the field. And part of that solving more movement problems on the field means getting in the point of view, the perspective, the human movement system of the athletes and players that I've partnered with, that I've been very blessed and fortunate to partner with. So part of this players series is to really get into their movement system and to get into their experiences, to go back to that which what they lived and to recycle some of those ideas that we brought to life in our work together, lessons that they would have wished they learned earlier. Today's a fun one. This player, an individual who probably spent 5 or 6 years in our learning environment. I think he started with us in either 2019 or 2020. Uh, Quarterback at the time, turned running back, turned slot receiver, really scatty, really perceptual player. One of the things that we tasked him with was widening his perception, deepening his perception so he could see information in his periphery, but also so he could pick up information in front of him. He ended up being very, very sensitive, very attuned, as we would say, to the behaviors of immediate opponents as well as in opponents who lie deeper. So again, not a shocker surprise that which what he says, the lesson he wished he would have learned earlier. He put it like this: the Wushin mindset, and those of you who haven't seen it, take a peek at Football Beyond the Stats. I'll maybe put the blog post in the comment section below. This Wushin mindset, having no mindedness, so a lack of attachment to how someone needs to behave. He said this Wushin comes differently for every single player. It's more than just mental strategies. In fact, no mindedness would imply that you've practiced and trained and behaved a certain way that you can just trust your mind to turn off and you can trust in your instinct and your skill. And of course, that's the state of being that we hope to get to for every player. And so he said that it's really came down to the lesson he could learn, asking himself the question, how can I attack the opponent, the angle that they're moving, the orientation and body position that they're in, the speeds that they're moving at? How can I attack that? And how can I attack what it is that they are doing differently? He said for him, it really came down to visual acuity and seeing more. So visual acuity or sensitivity and attunement really comes down to seeing clearly, detecting the information that's in the world really clearly, really sensitively, and seeing more. So seeing more of the forest through the trees, if you will, seeing more of the landscape to figure out what opportunities there are to attack. And then he went on to say that you need to, as a player, take your own vantage point, to look at the world through your authentic lens. Be authentic in how you see the world. He said most players are told exactly what to see versus actually seeing through their own eyes, perceiving through their own human movement system. They're told what to see versus actually seeing through their own authentic way. So you need to, instead of being told what to see, you need to explore and search and find it for yourself. And that's something that we always talk about on a day-to-day basis in our learning environment. And then in my mentorship program with and working with players, being told maybe where to look generally, but not necessarily what to see, because I want you to find it for yourself. Because when you connect to it for yourself, it becomes more functional, meaning more practical, more useful, and more relevant, as well as more authentic for you. So it becomes yours. It becomes your way of organizing your perceptual degrees of freedom. Because there's a lot of information out there, guys, as you well know. When I say information, I mean information outside of yourself about how you might be able to interact with the world, and particularly how you might be able to solve the problems within it. So, really good tip and lesson here from this guy. Simply saying, perceive and see the world through your eyes. If you have questions about how to do exactly that, put comments in the section below. Also, go back and read that blog, that Wu Shin blog, and then search any of the other videos here on my YouTube because I think they might be helpful for you being able to explore what it is that you need to see within movement problems and what there is that can channel your ways of doing being an actor.